Hi everyone, welcome to WW Designs. It's Nikki here and I can't believe it, but we are up to the final part of my series 30 Ways to Decorate a Junk Journal. I do have a playlist, JJJ 30, that will show you all the things we have done using freebies and magazines and things like that, so you don't have to spend a lot of money to make really pretty things. That was the whole idea of this series. So of course now we have to do something with this cover, and I've changed my mind, probably about 250 times, I think, at least, and it was getting more elaborate by the minute. And then I went, no, take a big deep breath, start again. The whole idea of this series was to create simple things that look pretty, so that anyone can have a go at making a junk journal. So I had to pare things back and I had to start again and come up with a way of decorating my cover, but keep it simple and doable. So first thing we're going to do, we need some sort of closure. I always find that ideal. And I've gone for one of the most simple things I could find. I purchased a 3-pack of this chiffon ribbon from Temu or AliExpress. I really can't remember, but I thought it was the perfect complement because my cover will be a little bit colourful by the time we've finished, and I've simply cut off a strip. And I find the easiest way to create a closure without needing any equipment other than some glue is this way. Yes, you can punch holes and do all sorts of things, but not everybody has a jazzy hole punch and things like that. So my absolute favourite way is to simply apply a little bit of glue. We're just gently going to do this, and I'm not going the whole way up because I don't need to. Then you fold your length of ribbon in half and roughly measure the halfway point on the spine of your journal. It doesn't have to be exactly perfect because you're going to tie it up in a bow anyway. And then simply place the fabric down and leave it for a couple of minutes to dry. In this case, I'm going to be adding things on top, so you don't need a lot of glue. You don't have to make sure every bit's covered, because I'll be putting things on top which will then hold this in place. It won't fall off, it won't fall down. It just keeps it there. So I still to this day think this is the easiest way to create a pretty closure. You can use a strip of fabric, a strip of ribbon, whatever you might happen to have. So because this series has been about using freebies and things from magazines, I thought, well, we better use some things from magazines here. So this is the first piece I've chosen. This is going to be like a bit of a background page. It's from a Daphne's Diary magazine. It's torn down this side. I've just inked it slightly just to help give it a little bit of contrast to the base, and we're going to glue this down. So, as I said, we're keeping things very simple. I had all these fabulous elaborate plans, but I think I'm going to have to keep them for another journal because it sort of defeats the purpose. So we're going to pop that down on there like that. Doesn't have to go right to the edge, and I don't want it right to the edge there. I want a little bit of my original frame showing, and we're just gluing that down. Then the next layer, I had a very bright blue light doily. I thought it was a little bit too bright, so I just gave it a light spritz. I always have a pump bottle with coffee in it, so we use that, and we're going to gently pop this down. Now, gluing down doilies can be a bit of a pain, but again, in this case, a lot of this doily will have more things put on top, so I'm not paranoid about it being perfectly stuck down, with the exception of this edge here, which I'm going to nudge in just ever so slightly. That will put it under less pressure. If it's right on the fold, that could make it a bit difficult, but I don't need to worry about that. Then we're just gently pressing this down. It is a tiny bit warped from where the coffee hit it. I might just add a tiny bit more glue there. But again, a lot of this will be covered with a bit more layering, so I'm not too concerned, except for that little bit there I don't like. Just press that down for a minute. There we go. All right, the next layer. This is not from a magazine. This piece here, I actually got it in a pack from, I don't know where I got this pack from, and it's all coffee related stuff, but I loved it. And I'm going to just glue this down a little bit on the side and along the bottom because I want this to be a little tuck spot. I'm just gluing over to the side here. I just don't want to get glue and stuff on any of that, so I thought I'll keep my gluing to over on the side, and you'll just have to sit there for a minute and wait. No, I think you all know how to glue. I don't think you need to see me put dobs of glue on things. Pretty sure we've all had plenty of practice at that. So we're just going to pop that down there and let that dry for a minute. This is quite a nice thick cardstock, so happy to just use that as is. Now let's start with the third layer, fourth layer, whichever one we're up to. I decided we must use magazine things to go with the theme. I've cut out this sort of abstract looking flower because the colour was perfect. I also cut out these two individual flowers, and because they are from, I think it's Better Homes and Gardens, paper's very thin, so what I did was glued it onto a shopping bag that I have some scrap pieces of, just to give it a little bit of weight. So let's glue these down. I did not do it with this abstracty flower because it's a different paper and it's a little bit thicker, so we'll just quickly glue stick that down. That way that reduces the risk of it wrinkling up. But because these are done and they're a little bit thicker, I think we might use my favourite glue, which is Tiger Glue. It sticks everything down with ease. And we're going to pop that down there. So with these flowers, I sort of had a bit of a look at some of the colours on this background paper and tried to sort of pick something that would not clash with that too much. And we're just doing the same with the third flower here. Popping him down there. This was very bright white, so I just very lightly sponged around the edge just to just to soften it a bit. It was just a bit too bright white. So now I didn't do a very good job with my gluing here, so I'll just give it a little bit of a helping hand because it's the end one. There we go. Now the next thing I want to add, coffee is my thing. I use coffee in a lot of my journaling and stuff like that, so I want to add this coffee cup. Now this was a sticker that I got in a pack, and if you just stick a sticker on there, it won't last for 5 seconds. So again, I stuck the sticker down onto a bit of shopping bag and then I fussy cut it. So I now have paper on paper instead of stickers. But what I want to do, because I want this to be a pocket, I'm sort of just going to daub a little bit of glue around here to stick this down and try and sort of avoid going through all the little holes. And then the only bit I'm really worried about on here is the handle. So we'll put a little bit there because the handle's going to stick out from the side of this doily. So let's pop that down there. And that should hold perfectly fine. Then I found this cute little butterfly-y, mothy arrangement in a magazine, and thought the colours were absolutely perfect. So we need to include that. Just grab my tweezers, pop that, I think, just to fill a little bit of something there. Then, now, next bit, I think we need to add a little bee. Again, I did the same thing, put it onto the back of a shopping bag and then die cut it. Just being that bit thicker for these like tiny little, these little leggies and things, just makes it a bit stronger. And that way you can make use of magazine images with ease. There we go. It also makes them much easier to fussy cut. So we're popping a little bee on there. There we go. He's very cute. And finally, I got given this in a not in a D-stash, in a swap. And I was just going through my stash looking for bits to use for this. And I found it and went, oh, that's perfect. It's already sewn. I did fussy cut out this little flower from a magazine. I was also gifted this very cute little sparkly butterfly. And so that is going to just tuck in there into the little pocket at the front. There we go. And then we simply, oh, what am I doing? Pull the ribbon this way. Oh, Nikki, you silly fool. You've pulled it the wrong way. Okay, I'll re-glue that a bit later. Oh, the things you learn and do as you're not concentrating. And then all we have to do is tie this up. Of course, I like to be on the generous side so that you can easily tie a bow. But also then if you keep adding to your journal, you want to be able to expand it out if need be. And there we go. I'm going to leave it at that. I think it's a good cover match for what I was trying to achieve with this series. If you've missed any episodes, go to the playlist #JJJ30 and you can watch every single one of them. And in the next video, once this is all dried and I've redone that bit, I will do a flip through. But for now, let me just let all that dry. If you have any questions, pop them down in the box below. Now, the other thing is I have had my thinking cap on about what series to do next, and I haven't decided yet. But if there's anything that you can think of that you would love to learn how to do or watch me have a go at making, especially if it involves magazines and things like that, can you please put it down in the comments box below? Because I would happily look at those suggestions and maybe combine a few together. Even, I don't know, yes. I have another series that I will start, but it's not a junk journal. It's something different. That's going to come up very shortly. But just along these lines, if there's anything you'd like me to have a go at, I'm game to try. All you have to do, pop it down in the comments box below and I shall have a look at all of those. And if I do go with your suggestion, I will send you a special prize, special collection of goodies from my stash as a way of thanking you. So there you go. That's it for now. This is the final episode, and other than the flip through, but I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learnt something. I hope it maybe took a little bit of the fear away of, I don't have a lot of things in my stash. I don't have a lot of money to spend, but I want to make pretty things. I really, truly hope it has helped you. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Please subscribe if you haven't already. It's completely free of charge, and I would be very grateful. So until next time, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye for now.